Hello and blessings, beautiful souls. If you're new to my channel, then my name is Avalon Cameron and I am delighted to be sharing sacred space with you. I would like to formally welcome you into my sacred space and say Sarava and Ashe to you. Today I'm going to be introducing you to this absolutely beautiful collection of oils and powders that I have recently received from my favorite witchy creator, Juniper Moon. Juniper Moon is an apothecary that is based here in Australia, and she creates a plethora of magical ingredients and tools to assist you in cultivating a deeply meaningful and spiritual practice that is replete with authenticity and sacred magic. So I reached out to Juniper a little while ago and I asked her to make a selection of oils and powders for me, and a second batch as well to gift to one of my beautiful friends that some of you may know. It's Gordon White. It was his birthday, and so I organized some oils and some ingredients for him. And so this is what the beautiful Juniper Moon has made. And so first I would like to introduce you to the rosemary that was grown in my garden, and these beautiful tulips that are also growing in my garden. This beautiful flower here is a blessing flower that was gifted to me after a puja ceremony, a traditional Indian puja ceremony with Swamiji. And these little beautiful dried eloquent thingies are from Juniper's packaging. So she places all recyclable packaging and then these beautiful organic treasures in there, and I happen to like these little things, and I think that they would be very useful for sort of crowning a prosperity, success or healing candle because of their lovely green color. So let's get through the ingredients. One of the powders that she has made that has an absolutely delectable feeling to it is this beautiful money drawing powder. And this beautiful money drawing powder was something that I requested her to make because I haven't used powders for a very long time. And powders were one of my favorite things when I was about 14, 13, 12, that age. I would go down to the Macumba stores and I would get lots of like love powder because that's apparently what was in this little Torian's mind at the time. And so this beautiful powder, I want to open it up for you. It's placed in a nice paper bag and it is ultra fine. It is like ultra fine. It feels like it's been mixed with clay. It's as fine as, say, talcum powder, but it's not talc that has been used. I would say it's bentonite clay, if anything else, because Juniper is eco-friendly and she tends to use only the absolute best of ingredients. Nothing is toxic, nothing is riddled in a great deal of plastic. Her packaging is like legit amazing. To go with that money drawing powder, she whipped me up a money oil as well. This is the cutest thing in the world. It comes with an Australian $100 note charm and a little dollar, like a money bag charm. And inside it, it has treasures. So it has little notes and it's got little sparkly things and little bits of gold, and the amount of just incredible treasure in there, it's just insane. She does such an amazing job and it smells absolutely beautiful. And so that's what an Australian $100 note looks like, by the way, folks. Just a miniature version. And so I would use both of these two together, you know, if I'm creating prosperity or money sort of stuff. The next oil that I'm going to show you is this beautiful Uncrossing oil. And Uncrossing oil is an absolute staple in my witch's apothecary. It is an oil that I like to use before I conduct any kind of spell or ritual to remove any kind of entanglement that may be present in and around the theme in which I am casting for and or about. And so it's definitely an oil that helps to sort of uncross entanglements, tensions, obstacles, and negative energy. And for this reason, it is just a wonderful oil. I also use it to anoint the thresholds to my home, so windows and doors, to sort of keep out unwanted energy, but to also keep the portal spaces that I'm anointing flowing with healthy, fresh air and great energy and welcoming people. So it doesn't just put the bars up and not let anything through, it filters. So it's a wonderful filtering type of oil and an absolute must-have. If you're going to have any oil in your collection, make that one of them. That's all I'm going to say. The next oil that I'm going to show you from my lovely package from Juniper Moon's Apothecary is Van Van oil. Now, Van Van oil is one of the most flexible, multi-purpose oils that you are going to find. It will cover everything from good luck, protection, removing evil influences, opening up opportunities, fortifying communication, bringing about love, and it's really wonderful for empowering certain objects, for dressing candles, for anointing mojos and charm bags and magical talismans. I mean, it's a flexible multi-purpose oil. And the name Van Van is associated to vervain, as I am told, and the ingredients in the oil itself really open it up to being a genuinely flexible oil for a variety of different magical pursuits, and as such it's multi-purpose and a must-have as well. The next oil that I'm going to show you here is Abramelin oil, and this is an oil that comes with a rather interesting history. The oil was discovered in a medieval grimoire titled The Book of the Sacred Magic of Abramelin, and it was written by Abraham of Worms, which is a 15th century Kabbalist. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it. It is an oil that is used to anoint your ritual objects. It's an occult oil, and it is an oil that is now used by people of varying magical disciplines. I personally use this oil to rub on my hands and to anoint my decks. I will dress a working candle specifically. So for those of you who are not familiar with the concept of a working candle is the primary candle on my altar, and other witches have different descriptions for that, but it's the candle that I use to light all my incenses. It's the one that has, you know, the action around the base of it. It's my working candle. I use it for a variety of different ways, or reasons, I should say. And this is a great oil to anoint your working candle. Anoint it with this. Prior to you doing so, you can actually inscribe upon your candle any kind of power symbols, any kind of intentions. You can place petitions underneath the candle if that's your bag. You can dress the candle in other ingredients, but this one is definitely one that I would use for such an occasion. To anoint my bell, to anoint my beautiful rattle over here. They are, again, things that I use. I would anoint my altar and statuary and just those items that hold that ritualistic value to me. And I can honestly say this blend is potent. The next oil that I'm going to show you is Black Cat oil. Now, this is a rather traditional oil, and one that is used specifically by witches and magical practitioners, conjurers, root workers, and it's particularly lucky. Now, in European cultures, the black cat is technically considered to be unlucky, but in my culture, and I'm Brazilian just in case you didn't know, The black cat is incredibly lucky, to the point where when you walk past a black cat and you make eye contact with it, you can make a wish and use its magic and its power. So it's a rather totemic type of oil that sort of links itself to magic, to inceptibility, invisibility, a little shape-shifting aspect. So it allows magic to really flow through a situation unnoticed. So it's a subtle yet potent oil that will assist you, especially if you're on a magical adventure. Now, let me give you an example of this. If you need to go and do a road opening ritual and you're down at the crossroads and you really don't want people to see you, this is the oil that you would use to anoint the body and to anoint your bag and your shoes, and you know, just to sort of fly under the radar magically so that you can get the job done without interruption. Really clever, tricksy type of oil, and a really fun one to use. The last item in this box that I'm going to show you is hot foot powder. Now, if the name doesn't immediately invoke its meaning, then let me say that it is a powder used to get rid of people. That's what you want, to just make people go away, or at least get away from you. It's not macabre, it doesn't kill anyone. It's not necessarily a black art, but it just helps to remove pesky individuals from your life. And so it is a good one to have, and a good one to help to deal with all types of personalities without, you know, too much muscle fuss. So hot foot powder, definitely a great little addition to an apothecary. And if you have to deal with troublesome people, pesky neighbors, the colleague at work that's making your life a living hell, whatever the reason, hot foot powder is a good one to use. You can use them in paper-based spells as well, little talismans, put in your shoe, that kind of stuff, and help people to just notice how annoying they're being, and to just want to cultivate the desire to move away from you. So it's a very interesting and tricksy kind of a powder, and I'm looking forward to giving it a red hot go when I get the opportunity to. So there you have it, beautiful souls. This combination of ingredients has put a massive smile on my face. Juniper is just such an awesome creator, and she does such a wonderful job. If you don't know, I'm quite obsessed with her oils. I have more than 15 oils already off to that side of my altar, and the vast majority are hers and the Witch's Moon. But her oils have that African diaspora aspect that I'm genuinely after, because I am Brazilian and my tradition is an African diaspora tradition, and one that brushes up against a lot of these ingredients and these types of oils. My tradition doesn't necessarily use oils as much as they use powders and washes and the raw herb in infusions and the raw herb on its own. But because I'm living so far away from those, you know, beautiful apothecaries that I used to love to go and visit, this is a way for me to bring that magic into my space in a very different way, while still in keeping with some of the traditional values and applications that I would have used them for, you know, back home. I'm really clunky with my speaking today, so I apologize for that. Anyway, beautiful souls, thanks for hanging out. Thank you for allowing me to share these beautiful oils with you. Uncrossing, Van, Black Cat, the beautiful money oil, Abramelon, the money drawing powder, the hot foot powder. I have them blessed and smoke blessed, and I've put sacred temple on them, and I've anointed my palms with rose water, and I've activated them as much as possible, and they are ready to go, and I'm so excited to be able to use them. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and if you have any questions whatsoever about any of these oils, then please do drop a comment and I'll endeavor to respond to your comments as quickly and as clearly as I possibly can. So take care, beautiful souls. Bye.